Good evening and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network, and we are here live from Eau Gallie High School for this regional semifinal game. We are here from Eau Gallie High School for tonight's regional semifinal game between the Eau Gallie Commodores and the Cypress Creek Coyotes. Again, welcome live to the Brevard Sports Network. I'm Jackson Robin. We're about to have a great one on tap. A regional semifinal game, a chance to advance to the regional final. Eau Gallie will start tonight in the field. Leading off for Cypress Creek will be Ethan Petrie, South Carolina commit on the mound. Also a good batter, averages .485. Petrie also, I know, has some scouts out here today. MLB scouts, that is. And so, we're definitely have a great one on tap here tonight. Eau Gallie, the 2 seed. Cypress Creek, a sneaky good 6 seed. They upset Okeechobee in the first round. And Eau Gallie knocked off Zephyr Hills 8-0. Cypress Creek knocked off Okeechobee 6-4. Next up for whoever wins tonight would either be Lake Minneola or New Smyrna Beach, which would be in that regional final. Lake Minneola being the 1 seed, New Smyrna Beach being the 4 seed. Umpires for tonight's game. First base is Kevin Flay. At third base, Case Holmes. And at the plate, Dennis Whalen. So again, the Commodores starting in the field. Pitcher for tonight's game is Garrett Smith. And for Garrett, Garrett's he's a good pitcher for the Commodores, and and that's why you tap him to be your pitcher in the regional semifinal. Again, the leadoff batter for Cypress Creek is Ethan Petrie. Petrie stats from the plate. He's got the best average on the team with .485. Also leads in RBIs with 18 and 6 home runs. And he's got 33 hits in 102 appearances. So here comes Petrie stepping up. And Garrett Smith steps up to the mound. And we are ready to get going here from Eau Gallie High School. Regional semifinal action here. Smith stares down Petrie from the mound. And first pitch, right down the middle. Great pitch by Smith to get it started with a strike. 0-1 count to start us off. Oh, 1 count for Petrie. Here comes the second pitch. Slightly high. Evens the count up 1-1. Just above the box for the 1-1 pitch. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. Low off the plate. 2-1 count now for Petrie. Petrie, stat-wise, may be their best batter, and, it's good having him lead off, and now staring at a 2-1 count. Looking for something to happen here if you're the Coyotes from Cypress Creek. Here comes the 2-1 pitch and a swing and a miss there. Evens our count up at 2. And we got a good battle going on in our leadoff batter on a 2-2 count now. Two count. Smith going to take a second to meet with his catcher.
I think there might have been some confusion maybe amongst the signs and catcher and pitcher. Catcher Riley Jackson, the FSU commit, heading to make sure everything's squared away with Smith.
With a battle like this against a batter as good as Petrie can be, you want to make sure you have everything set up. And at 2-2 count, strikeout opportunity, you want to make sure everything's in place. So 2-2, Garrett Smith on the mound. Petrie on the plate. Here comes a 2-2. Little low, and that makes it full. The count is full, 3-2 count for Ethan Petrie at the plate. And this is a battle. These guys both won it here. It could go either way. A big strikeout to start would be great for Eau Gallie. A walk would also be ideal for Cypress Creek. So here comes a full count pitch. Right down the middle. And that's an incredible start for Garrett Smith, striking out the Coyotes. You know, most likely their best batter. And he, the leadoff batter, is struck out 3-3. Next up for Cypress Creek is Nick Sanchez, the catcher. So Sanchez, the catcher here, steps up. That first pitch a little low. 1-0 count now for Nick Sanchez. So Sanchez looking at 1-0. First batter retired, a strikeout, tip there straight back at the dugout, and that one goes foul, evens our count up 1-1. One count for the catcher, Sanchez. And that one, he checked his swing. That was a mistake. Now 1-2 count for Sanchez. So 1-2 count now for Sanchez at the plate. That'd be a heck of a start if Smith could retire the first two batters. The strikeouts, that one way high. Ties our count up at 2.
I think Smith. I think that one got away from him a little bit. Very rarely do you see him miss like that.
Good job by the catcher standing in. I mean, if that one goes high, wild, that could be an opportunity for Sanchez to get on. So now the count even up 2-2. Both these at-bats have been battles between batter and the pitcher. Here it comes, a little high, and second straight batter. The count is full, 3-2 for Nick Sanchez. As I was saying, it's been a battle. No easy hits, no quick strikeouts. Just battles, both going back and forth. Full count once again here. Now for Nick Sanchez. Smith got the first batter out on a strikeout. That one high, and that's a 4-2 walk this time. The count goes to the batter. So Nick Sanchez walked to first. So next up to bat, number 33, Max Menendez. Menendez, the first baseman for Cypress Creek. Menendez, .316 average, 25 hits on 90 appearances. Here comes, good one in there. It's a ball to start, 1-0 for Menendez. .1-0 count here for Menendez. He's going to try and catch him off at first.
Not his best move.
No, but you can see the first baseman waiting for it there, just making sure, keeping him on his toes. Count still 1-0 for Menendez at the plate. Menendez, the first baseman for the Coyotes. That one a little high once again, just outside the zone. 2-0 count now for Menendez. So far at the top of the first, one gone, one on for the Coyotes. Man on first due to a walk and one strikeout gone. So here comes a 2-0 pitch, a swing and a miss in the dirt. puts our count at 2-1 for the first baseman, Max Menendez. Again, Menendez with a .316 average. Two-one count for Menendez. That pitch tipped foul. Great job fighting back by Garrett Smith. Evens the count up 2-2. Once again, putting the batter with 2 strikes. Both batters thus far, though, have gone to a full count, sitting at 2-2 currently. That's what you expect out of a regional semifinal game, a battle every at-bat. So 2-2 count for Max Menendez. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Good contact by Menendez to second. Double play opportunity, and they will convert. And that will end our first inning with a Commodores double play.
Great job there by Tejada, getting it over to second, over to first for the double play. We head to the bottom of the first with your score. Commodores, nothing. Coyotes, nothing. I'd like to take this time to remind everybody and thank the FHSA for granting the Brevard Sports Network permission to broadcast the Class 5A Region 3 semifinal. Any rebroadcast, retransmission without the express written consent of the FHSAA and the Brevard Sports Network is strictly prohibited. To follow all postseason results and archives, head on over to the FHSAA website. That's www.fhsaa.com, the official website of the Florida High School Athletic Association.
And we are back here from Eau Gallie for the bottom of the first. Time for Eau Gallie to take the plate. On the mound for Cypress Creek again is Ethan Petrie. Petrie, the South Carolina commit for the Coyotes. Taking the plate now again. Diamez Ross leading off for the Commodores, center fielder. Ross with a .544 average, 43 hits on 101 appearances. Here comes the first pitch. Ross pops it foul right over our heads and onto the football field. 0-1 count to start for Ross.
They'll have head coach Chris Sands bring it over.
0-1 count for Ross. Here comes the second pitch. A heater down the middle. Puts Ross behind 0-2. Got to be careful at start, and that is some speed on that one from Petrie. 0-2 count for Diamez Ross. And a little high there, 1-2 count. One-two count now for Ross. Petrie going to look to strike him out here possibly. Here comes the windup. Little outside there. 2-2 count now. Good job battling back for Ross. Good eye. And 2-2 pitch. A little low, and from 0-2 to full count now for Diamez Ross. Great job battling back into this count. As now makes that count full. Full count for Diamez Ross. Eau Gallie's leadoff batter. And here comes the full count pitch in the dirt, and that's a 4-2 walk to start for Eau Gallie. Puts Diamez Ross on first. Next up for Eau Gallie, Kyle Gruzner. Kyle Gruzner, the second baseman for the Commodores. Next up, Gruzner with a 333 average, the team leader in RBIs with 30. He's got 25 hits on the year in 92 appearances. Now with Ross on first, no outs. Strike to start the at-bat once again, 0-1 count for Gruzner. Try to catch Ross there. Ross with 31 stolen bases on the year. He is definitely one to watch. So Peacher's got to keep his eye on Ross. If he doesn't, then he might get away to second. And Ross will try and steal second, and he will. He's safe. So Ross with his 32nd stolen base. And now Diamez Ross on second. And I believe Gruzner is now looking at 2-0. Or 1-1. 1-1 count for Gruzner. Now Diamez Ross standing at second. 1-1 count here. Gruzner with good contact out to second. Ross will advance to third. And they will get Gruzner out at first. On fielder's choice. So now Diamez Ross lines up at third with one out. Next up is the catcher, Riley Jackson, the FSU commit. Jackson, 317 average, 19 hits on 94 appearances. He is the team leader with home runs with 6. Tied with Bragg. So, first pitch on the way. Strike, as every first pitch has been for Petrie. 0-1 count to start for Jackson. Second pitch on the way. High and inside. 1-1 count now for Jackson. Again, Diamez Ross sitting on third. If you're Riley Jackson, try and get on base here and bring a run in the first inning. That'd be the ideal start if you're Eau Gallie. Only one out. Count 1-1 for Riley Jackson. And great contact by Jackson down the first base line. It goes foul. Good contact, though, for Jackson, but puts the count now at 1-2. One-two count now for Riley Jackson with a man on third. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Petrie in the dirt. And that puts our count 2-2 now for Riley Jackson. Another battle at the plate. Neither side, pitcher nor batter, letting up here. Count up to 2-2. And here comes a 2-2 pitch. Contact barely goes foul. It won't be a strikeout there. Count still 2-2. Clear night for baseball here from Eau Gallie. Not too hot either, which for Florida in May is a good thing. Ross testing Petrie there on third. 2-2 count for Riley Jackson. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Contact goes foul again right at the dugout. Jackson still hanging in there at 2-2. 2 straight foul tips. And that one low off the plate. Ross slips trying to get back to third. And the ball goes long. And Yamez Ross with a clear path home. And the Commodores take a 1-0 lead. In the bottom of the first, Yamez Ross takes it all the way home.
That's just something you cannot have in a district semifinal. They would have had Ross dead to rights, but the catcher overthrowing the throw to the third baseman throws it out into left field and allows Ross to come home. Beautiful errors all around.
That goes from near disaster for Ross. He slipped, and now a full count pitch, set deep. It's going out to left field. It is gone. Home run. That one's out of there over the fence, and just like that, Eau Gallie takes a 2-0 lead. Riley Jackson on a full count pitch sends it yard to left field. 7th on the year to take sole possession of the lead on the team, and the Commodores take a 2-0 lead with only 1 out here in the
I mean, Riley Jackson, you know, if you're Petrie, you got to have that selective memory. You got to erase that one just down the middle. Jackson took that one over the left field fence.
Next up is second baseman Brendan Bragg. First pitch there, tipped foul 0-1. Bragg, .460 average, 29 hits on 89 appearances, was tied for the team lead in home runs before that one with 6. Oh, 1 count already for Bragg. Second pitch coming in, a little high, 1-1 count for Brendan Bragg, the second baseman for the Commodores. Sorry, the third baseman for the Commodores. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Bragg, good contact, gets down to second, and the ball's dropped, and dropped at first. And the error at first, I believe, will put Bragg on. And Bragg gets on at first. Off an E3. Puts Bragg on at first. Still only 1 out. Next up for the Commodores, Garrett Smith, the pitcher. And here comes pitch. Once again starts the count 0-1. And that one low, a low strike, 1-2 count. One-two count now. And that one pops straight up. Going foul. Foul keeps the count at 1-2. One-two count for Garrett Smith, the pitcher. Here comes a 1-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. 1-3 strikeout there for Petrie. Next up to the plate for Eau Gallie is Daniel Snowden, the DH. Snowden has a .450 average. That one high. And a ball. Snowden with a .450 average. 9 hits on 25 appearances. He's their DH batting for first baseman Joe Cardona. That one low in the dirt. And say swung on it. 1-2 count for Snowden. Comes the 1-2 pitch. Low, puts our count even at 2. 2-2 count now for Daniel Snowden. Snowden has a man on first, 2 gone. Here comes a 2-2 pitch, and that'll be a 2-3 strikeout. Or, nope, they call it a ball. Tie, full count now. 3-2, full count here for Snowden. Snowden facing a full count. Petrie trying to end the inning here. Here comes in the dirt, and there's a 4-2 walk for Snowden. And now Eau Gallie with runners on first and second. Next up, Joelis Tejeda, the shortstop. So Tejeda steps up, and a big hit there. Deep center for Tejeda. It comes down. He'll bring one in. Here comes Tejeda, picks up a 1-run double and advances Eau Gallie to a 3-0 lead. That's Tejeda's 17th RBI of the season. Next up is Christian Neal, the left fielder. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Neal, .339 average, 21 hits on 77 appearances. That one foul tipped, puts our count at 1-1. With 2 outs, 2 on. Runners at second and third. Big scoring position here for Neal. Eau Gallie already with a big first inning. That one right down the middle. 1-2 count now for Neal. One-two pitch coming from Petrie. Tipped foul, keeps the count. Keeps Neal in the count at 1-2. One-two count for Neal. 2 gone here in the bottom of the first. Eau Gallie leading 3-0. 1-2 pitch, swing, and a 1-3 strikeout, and that'll end our first inning. The Eau Gallie Commodores take an impressive 3-0 lead at the end of the first inning.
Connected interscholastic competition by becoming an FHSAA contest official. There's a need for officials of all numbers in all sports. You can help build those wins. We invite you to join the thousands of men and women in the FHSAA contest officials program.
You're doing a phenomenal job.
Plays vital roles in the integrity of interscholastic competition. If you're interested, contact the Florida High School Athletic Association office in Gainesville or visit the official's website at becomeanofficial.org.
Tonight's game is dedicated to the future Eau Gallie baseball star Brody Conway and his coach and grandfather, Rob Whitmer. Coach Whitmer is not feeling well, and we here at the Brevard Sports Network want to wish him well and pray for a speedy recovery. Also, the FHSA would like to acknowledge its corporate partners: Gatorade, Thirst Quencher, Ball 4, the official supplier of championship rings for the FHSAA. Main Event Lighting, the official photography company of the FHSAA. Max Preps, the official stats and statistics of the FHSAA. Spectrum Sports, the official television partner of the FHSAA. The NFHS Network, the official online streaming partner of the FHSAA.
Leading off for Cypress Creek here in the second inning, Seamus Gallagher, the third baseman. Gallagher, the .346 average, leads the team in doubles with 10. So here comes the first pitch. High outside the box, 1-0 count to start.
What a bottom of the first inning there for the Commodores. First, Ross steals home on the error throw. Riley Jackson hitting the solo homer.
And there's a good hit going deep to right, and a good fly out there to right field. And the first out gone in the second inning. Next up for Cypress Creek, Everett Burgess, the DH. Burgess with a .255 average, 12 hits on 56 at-bats. First pitch goes strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 count here for Everett Burgess, the DH. Smith, second pitch, goes strike, 0-2, just like that. Burgess falls behind the count.
Smith having, so far, looks like having a good start to the inning. And how can you not after riding the momentum that your offense just gave you?
So 0-2 count. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Floats in a little high, 1-2. 1-2 count now for Burgess. So now 1-2 count for Burgess. And there is a 1-3 strikeout there for Garrett Smith. And that's out number 2 of the inning.
Great job there by Jackson to ask for the opinion of the first base umpire, who says he did swing.
Next up is Caden Quiet, the right fielder for Cypress Creek. First pitch, great contact, deep left field, and that one is out of here. And Quiet sends it gone over the left field wall. And Cypress Creek gets on the board with a bomb to left field from Caden Quiet. Quiet with his second home run of the season with a .224 average.
You know, and hey, you know what? If you're Quiet, great job getting a hold of that one, and you know, getting your pitcher some help. You know, you saw your pitcher had a rough first inning on the mound. Why not try to help him out with a bomb? I mean, that went almost exactly where Riley Jackson's home run went.
Looked like it flew off right into the sun. 3-1 the score, now the lead for Eau Gallie. Next up, first pitch goes strike. 0-1 count for Braden Alexander, left fielder for the Coyotes. Alexander with a 244 average. 0-1 count. Swing in the dirt. 0-2 count now for Alexander. So 0-2 count here for Alexander. 2 outs here. Top of the second. None on. 1 run brought in. That one a little high. Brings the count 1-2 for Alexander. Garrett Smith. I mean, a solid outing thus far. One run allowed off that single home run. 2-2 count now. Alexander trying to crawl back into this count.
The infield playing at the edge of the outfield.
And here that one cuts good to contact line to third. And that one right off the glove. Right off the glove of Bragg's. So that will be
that one's going to go down as a that's going to go down as an E on the third baseman.
E5.
Was that a nice hit? Absolutely. But he was there. It just went under the glove.
Next up for Cypress Creek is Ryan Belk, the center fielder. And here comes the first pitch, strike 0-1. Belk has a 214 average, 6 hits on 33 appearances. Belk, the center fielder for the Coyotes. He's got 1 on first, 2 outs. So here comes the 1-0 pitch, 0-1, now 0-2 for Belk. Smith one to end the inning here with 0-2 count. Oh, 2. Here comes the pitch. Popped up. That one will go foul. Keep the count at 0-2. Right into the parking lot.
2.
Didn't hear any car alarm, so I think we're good on that one.
Got the pickup truck committee out in right field for Eau Gallie.
Still 0-2 count here for Belk. That one floats high. Makes the count 1-2, and that advances the runner to second. So that moves Braden Alexander on to second here, 1-2 count.
Infield playing about halfway for the Commodores now, dropping back.
Count 1-2, 1-2 for Belk. Here comes, good contact for Belk. Bounces out to the outfield, and they're going to bring another in. That brings our score 3-2, and that'll be a double, an RBI double for Belk.
And that one, that's just a nice RBI single, or check the RBI double.
And that makes our score 3-2. So Cypress Creek, they're not going to get discouraged by that first inning. Next up, last up in the order, Arvind Lechana, the second baseman. Lechana 217 average. Runner on second, trailing by 1. Here comes the first pitch. He tips it foul. 0-1 count for Lechana.
I'd like to welcome everyone watching here on the Brevard Sports Network, both from Cypress Creek and the hometown Eau Gallie Commodores.
And anyone else out there? I've seen a few other county baseball players popping in.
And Smith will turn around to check on
Belk.
check on Belk.
And this is the last batter of the rotation for Cypress Creek, Arvind Lechana. Here comes the pitch. 0-2 count now for Lechana with 2 outs. Smith looking to finally end this second inning. Top of the second.
I mean, look, this has been a nice 2-out rally from Cypress Creek.
Oh, 2 pitch here, Lechana. Good contact, dropping down into right center, and that will retire the side. And now at the second inning stretch, Eau Gallie leading still 3-2 now as Cypress Creek puts up 2 runs in the top of the second. Now the leadoff batter for Eau Gallie will be Josh Dexter.
Crazy with it due to the time and fashion of which. So, I mean, listen, we're all gonna come up with our own creative ones, but for that situation, great job.
Second one, I didn't realize it was gone. I lost it in the sun. And then I saw the fielder.
Of course, they would hit it when the sun's out. Now the sun's behind the trees.
Welcome back here to Eau Gallie. Bottom of the second. Eau Gallie leadoff batter Josh Dexter, the right fielder. Dexter with a .241 average on the season. And first pitch, good contact by Dexter, straight up in the air. Fielder's trying to find it, and a good play in right field for the first out of the inning.
And if you're Petrie, that's exactly how you want to start this inning. After giving up 3 your first time out, 1 pitch, 1 out.
Back to the top of the order is Diamez Ross in his first at bat. Ross got on a walk and then got brought all the way home for their first run.
Was the
So here comes the first pitch in the dirt, 1-0 for Ross.
Yeah, he took home on
He stole second and then fielder's choice to third and then off the error took home. And there's good contact by Ross all the way out to center field. And that'll be a single there for Diamez Ross.
So Diamez now 1 for 1 tonight.
Next up for Eau Gallie, Kyle Gruzner. Gruzner, his first at bat. He went 0 for 1 off the fielder's choice. First pitch, good contact by Gruzner to second. And an error at second. Ross going to try and take it to third. And he's out at third. Ross is out at third.
Wow.
In the end, a double for Gruzner and an out for Ross at third.
And manager Bobby Collins is going to go out and go plead his case.
It's a close call. I did hear, I believe, one of the coaches for Eau Gallie tell Ross to stay. He took off. Close play at the plate. The umps call it out.
You know, well, then, and that's the thing. You have one coach telling you to go, one telling you to stay. I couldn't tell who was saying what.
Ross, we know, is an emphatically good base runner. 32
Absolutely.
stolen bases, so he had the speed, and that's why it was so close to the plate. If that's anyone else, he's not making it there.
Right.
But in the end, a great double for Gruzner. Next up, Riley Jackson. He launched that one-run bomb in the first. 2 outs, 1 on for Jackson. Obviously a dangerous batter, as you learned in that first inning. Petrie not going to want to pitch it right to him. 1-0 count now for Jackson.
Listen, there is a reason why FSU is glad to have him as a commit.
For sure.
And look, hey, hitting a home run when you got about half a dozen scouts here, that doesn't help. That doesn't hurt either.
And there's another bomb for Jackson out to left. And that one will bounce off the wall. That'll bring one in. And that'll be an RBI double for Jackson to put the Commodores up 4-2.
So Riley Jackson 2 for 2 with a home run and an RBI double.
Next up, Brandon Bragg. He's 1 for 1 with a single.
Courtesy runner coming in for Riley Jackson. I believe it's number 33.
That is Parker Havel. And here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss there for Bragg. 0-1 count. Getting Bragg 1 for 1 on the day with a single. 1 on second here. 2 outs. Eau Gallie leading 4-2. Here comes Allen High. 1-1 count.
How many RBIs you say Bragg had on the year?
Bragg sitting with 31 RBIs on the year. Could be looking at 32 here if he could get some good contact on this one. The man on at second.
He's also on. He could retie up that team leader in home runs.
Jackson did take sole possession of that lead with number 7. Bragg sitting at 6. Here comes second pitch. Pops it foul. And there's interference, and that'll put Bragg's on at first.
They're calling catcher's interference.
Now 2 on for the Commodores. Next up for the Commodores, pitcher Garrett Smith. That's first at bat. He went 0 for 1 with a strikeout, down to strikes. So now Smith with 2 on, 2 gone. So 2 outs, bottom of the second. Commodores lead by 2. That one high, 1-0.
I think a little frustration setting in for Petrie.
One-0 count. Here comes second pitch. Ties the count up 1-1.
Got a true celebrity in the house. Eau Gallie head football coach Chris Sands in attendance.
1-1 count now for Garrett Smith. And good contact by Smith on an off speed down the middle. Gonna try and bring another one in. He's gonna turn back to third. Good call. And now the bases are loaded for the Commodores.
Parker took a wide turn over at third base, and that wide turn may have cost him a scoring opportunity. But bases loaded, 2 outs for the Eau Gallie Commodores. Pinch runner coming in for the Commodores. That is number 22.
Is Hunter Leach. Next up, Daniel Snowden. Snowden got walked his first at bat. Bases are loaded. DH Snowden. Good foul tip there, 0-1.
If you're Snowden here, you would love to just make contact. You don't have to try to put it up in the air. Just make contact, put it in play.
Snowden with 4 RBIs on the year. That one just outside the zone. 1-1 count now for Snowden.
If you're Snowden, be patient. Wait for your pitch. Make him throw it. Make him throw what you want to swing at.
1-1 count for Snowden. Bases loaded. Snowden makes good contact there. But that will be out number 3, and that'll end our second inning. Commodores lead here in the regional semifinal action over Cypress Creek 4-2.
As we head to the top of the third.
Might be looking at Riley Jackson now. He's a good commit.
He's not though. He's not. I don't think he's ready for MLB.
But home run and RBI double.
Yeah, but it's good to get your name out there.
Welcome back here to Eau Gallie High School. Top of the third, leadoff batter. Number 27, back to the top of the order, Ethan Petrie. Petrie is 0 for 1, went down to strikes on his first at bat. So pitcher on pitcher action here. Smith staring down Petrie at the plate.
Again, I'd like to welcome everybody watching here on the Brevard Sports Network. Thank you for making us part of your sports night.
First pitch there goes high outside the zone, 1-0 count for Petrie. Big hit there by Petrie, straight up in the air. That one will come down, and that'll be a fly out to center. Diamez Ross snags that one, and 1 out here to start the third for the Coyotes. Next up, Nick Sanchez. He got on a walk in the first, in his first at bat. Full count walk. That's how Nick Sanchez got on.
4-2 here in the top of the third.
1 out here in the One out here. First pitch goes strike. 0-1 count for Nick Sanchez. Smith. Stare him down. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Little high. 1-1 count now for Sanchez.
You know, and if you know if you're Smith here, you just stay calm, work your game, and hit your spots.
And here comes the 1-1, and a line out to first. Great play by Cardona for the second out of the third inning. So the 1-1 contact, line out to first.
Little dun-a-nut.
Max Menendez up next. He's 0 for 1. Menendez 0 for 1 on his first at bat.
Yeah.
2 outs, none on here in the top of the third.
Grounded out to Tejada last time.
That was the double play back in the first inning. A 6-4-3 double play that was. So now Menendez and Smith, 2 outs, top of the third. Here comes the first pitch right down the middle. 0-1 count now for Menendez. Oh, 1 count for Menendez at the plate. Here comes second one bouncing off the plate ball. 1-1 count now for Menendez.
Coming up tomorrow night, probably the biggest anticipated rematch in Brevard County, the Melbourne Bulldogs and the Vieira Hawks live from USSSA Stadium. That game will be broadcast live right here on the Brevard Sports Network tomorrow night. You won't want to miss it.
1-1. Good contact there by Menendez. Goes foul. 1-2 count. Saw that one bounce in the parking lot. 1-2 count now for Menendez standing in. One, 2 count for Menendez. 2 outs. That one in the dirt. 2-2 count now for Max Menendez.
Right. Good waste pitch there.
First baseman for the Coyotes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As they say, the deuces are wild for Menendez. Here comes. Just tips it. Keeps the count at 2-2.
No, it must be a primetime game here. We got Florida Today's Craig Bailey in attendance.
Count still 2-2 for Menendez. 2 outs here. Trying to avoid the retiring the side. That one a little low, and our count is now full for Max Menendez.
Menendez doing a good job battling back at the plate. At one point, had an 0-2 count. Worked it all the way back full.
It was 1-1, then 1-2. Now fought all the way back from 1-2. 2 full count for Max Menendez. Here comes the pitch, high and away, and that'll be a 4-2 walk for Max Menendez. Next up is Seamus Gallagher. He's 0 for 1 on the day. The start of the order for Cypress Creek, not a lot there. A lot of 0-1s, but towards the end of that order, they had a little bit coming together. So 0-1 start for Gallagher.
And sometimes when the top of your lineup is struggling, it's nice to have that bottom of the order.
Gallagher, the third baseman, first pitch goes high, 1-0.
Come in and be productive.
Have a timeout at the mound for the Commodores following the 1-0 pitch.
Pitching coach heading out to Ryan Houston, going out to talk with with Smith.
Just some stats as a team. Eau Gallie has a plus 141 run differential. They bat 337 as a team. Now with 26 home runs on the year. Riley Jackson now with 7. The team ERA is 2.46. For Cypress Creek, they have a plus 63 run differential. They bat 298 as a team. They have 8 home runs, 5 triples, 42 doubles, and they're 48 and 76 in stolen base attempts this year. Their team ERA 2.15, 208 strikeouts in 166 innings pitched. This was only, that Riley Jackson home run, believe it or not, was only the second home run they've allowed this season.
Wow.
And with a 962 fielding percentage for the Coyotes. So, yeah, that Riley Jackson home run was bigger than just a one-run homer. That's only the second home run the Coyotes have allowed this season. 1-0 count for Gallagher. Following the timeout. Here comes a 1-0 pitch from Smith. Good contact by Gallagher out to center. That one is going to fall. Ross will scoop it up. That's going to take one to third. Off the ground. And that'll be a double for Gallagher. Now runners on second and third with 2 outs.
You know
Next up to bat is DH Everett Burgess. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. So here comes, first pitch comes ball for Burgess. 1-0 count. He's got runners on second and third, 2 outs. Trailing by 2. If he could pick up a double here, could tie the game. Or if the Commodores could pick up an out, that would retire the side for Cypress Creek. Here comes pitch 2-0 now for Burgess.
If you notice, Cypress Creek here, great 2-out hitting. It seems like they get to 2 outs, and then all of a sudden the bats start to pick up a bit. Listen, 2-out hitting is a great skill to have, both as a team and an individual player.
So 2-0 count now for Burgess. Burgess, the DH. Here comes a 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss there. 2-1 now for Burgess, the count. Still in his favor.
Activity happening in the Eau Gallie bullpen, as you just saw players trotting out to the pen.
That pitch high, 3-1 count now for Everett Burgess. If he gets walked here, the bases are loaded, which with the way the 2-out and the way this 2-out batting has been going, could be dangerous to have those bases loaded. 3-1 count. Smith sends him a strike. He pops it to center field. Ross trying to run it down. He'll grab it, but 1 run comes in. Now runners at the corners off the Burgess single. Our score now 4-3.
Hey, solid contact, and that one just died right in front of center fielder.
Next up, Caden Quiet, the right fielder, and he had that 1-run shot to left field. Now Quiet with 2 on. 2 outs. They trail by 1. 4-3 Commodores lead. First pitch for Quiet. Swing and a miss. 0-1 count now. Oh, 1 count for Caden Quiet.
Do we have a score over on the softball field? Score update from the softball side of the equation. Eau Gallie up 1-0 in the 4th.
And now Quiet 0-2 off a foul tip. This could finally be the end of the top of the 3rd. 0-2 count. 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on for the Coyotes. Caden quiet at the plate again. He's 1 for 1 with a one-run home run out to left field. And here comes 0-2 pitch. Quiet cracks it up, going out to left field. And a diving grab. What a play.
Wow.
In left field.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Christian Neal makes the diving grab to end the inning. Our score now as we head to the bottom. 4-3 Eau Gallie, and what a play by Christian Neal out in left field.
Wow.
Making the grab to end the inning. It was going foul, but he wanted that inning to end then.
Way to get the job done. Tonight's game is dedicated to future Eau Gallie baseball star Brody Conway and his baseball coach and grandfather, Rob Whitmer. Coach Whitmer is not feeling well, and we here at Brevard Sports Network want to wish him well and pray for a speedy recovery. I'd like to thank the person who stepped up and is allowing Brevard Sports Network to stream this game. Again, the softball update, Eau Gallie up 1-0 in the top of the 4th in their regional semifinal game.
In this game, Eau Gallie leading 4-3 here as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. And you know, now about halfway through this game, and it's going to be tight. I mean, Eau Gallie gets these runs going. Cypress Creek is doing a good job of responding, but it's interesting how they're doing it with 2 outs. And as the game gets on, if Eau Gallie can counter that kind of shutting down where they're effective. So, yeah, again, once Eau Gallie, if they can figure out stopping them with 2 outs, getting that 3rd out quicker, Cypress Creek could get in a hole. Leadoff batter for the Commodores is number 15, Jovis Tejeda. Tejeda is 1 for 1 with an RBI double. So Tejeda, 1 for 1 with that RBI double. Definitely looking to get on again here. Bottom of the 3rd. Starts here with Tejeda. First pitch to Tejeda, good contact on the fastball, going deep to center, and that'll be a fly out to center for Tejeda. 1 out here for the Commodores.
You know, and when you look at and you talk about the Commodores, the bats have never been the issue. It's been, you know, you wondered what you were going to get, you know, on the mound, and
1-0 count now for Christian Neal stepping up. And that one goes foul for Neal, 1-1.
Neal making that beautiful diving catch out here in left field to end the inning.
There's a strike there, makes it 1-2 for Neal. Neal 0 for 1 on the night. 1-2 count for Neal. That one outside, 2-2.
Try to get him with a waste pitch there.
Neal, none on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Commodores lead by 1. Here comes the pitch. Good contact by Neal. Popped up to left field. It'll drop perfectly fair. And Neal will pick up the double. So Christian Neal picks up the double there on a perfectly placed ball. Just fair, just out of anyone's reach.
You know, it's almost funny because that's almost exactly where he just made that amazing catch to end the top half of the inning. Puts the ball right there, shows great speed around the bases, sliding into second for the double.
Next up, Josh Dexter. He's 0 for 1. He's got a runner on second, 1 out. So here comes the first pitch. Dexter tips it foul, 0-1. And that fastball, if you can get clean contact on it, consider it gone for most batters, and that's the danger. Having an incredible fastball, it's very hard to hit, but that contact can be deadly. That one just goes foul behind the plate, 0-1 for Dexter. And that one, more good contact, goes foul right off the bullpen.
Just a little early on that one.
0-2 count now. Dexter's falling behind. Sun begins the set here from Eau Gallie.
Just beautiful scenery, and I'll show you in the next half inning. Just a beautiful sight here.
Temperature's perfect. I'll take this over 90s any day.
Amen to that.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch in the dirt, and that'll let Neal take third. 1-2 count for Dexter with a runner on third, looking to come in for a run.
I mean, look. Theoretically, if Dexter can give this one a good ride out to center or right field,
or do exactly what Neal did, get one to drop just into space, no matter where it is, and just get on. So here it comes. 1-2 pitch, foul tip, right out behind over the dugout. Still 1-2. Dexter battling hard here with the runner on third. Here comes a 1-2 pitch.
And
Popped
that one
foul
going back
for-
to the same spot.
Foul for a fourth time.
And that one's on to the track.
Still 1-2.
The 1-2
pitch here, way outside. Neal thought about taking home. He thinks against it. 2-2 count now for Dexter as he is taking his time. Good eye.
And again, another one of those key teammate points. Dexter immediately saw where it bounced off and told Neal, don't go. Just stay. Those little things of communication are what set you apart.
And there's a low strikeout. And there's out number 2 of the third inning. Runner still on third. Back to the top of the order. And as you hear Call Me Maybe ringing through the stadium, you know that it's Diamez Ross. Ross so far tonight, 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. Runner on third. Ross is definitely someone you want to see up at the plate. Back to the top of the order. Here comes first hit. Dexter out to center. It will drop. And the Commodores bring one in, so that'll be an RBI single for Diamez Ross.
Just give us a quick second, and we'll let you know what number RBI that is for Ross.
Ross, that is his 16th RBI of the season. Next up to the plate is Kyle Gruzner. Gruzner's 1 for 2 with a double, and he's got Ross on first. Commodores now leading 5-3. Here in the bottom of the third, pitch comes there. Ross going to try and steal second, and he'll get there. That's his 33rd steal in the air, his second of the night in 2 tries. 1-0 count for Gruzner.
And that's the thing is, if you're going to throw Ross out as a catcher, it just needs to be right there automatic. Had trouble getting the ball out of the glove there a bit.
Cypress got to keep their eyes on Ross at second now. That one foul tip 1-1 for Gruzner.
So Kyle Gruzner with an RBI opportunity.
Gruzner sits with the team high 30 on the year. And foul tip there puts the count at 1-2 for Gruzner. He's 1 for 2 on the night with a double. 1-2 count for Gruzner. 2 outs, bottom of the third. And another foul tip here keeps the count at 1-2. Through 3 innings, the Commodores have scored in every inning thus far now, with that last run brought in.
Gruzner doing his best Bee Gees impression.
Staying alive. At 1-2. Petrie wants a meeting with his catcher.
Oh, and it's good. You want to make sure everything is, you want to be able to get out of this inning and, 5-3 with the speedy Ross over on second. You want to make sure everybody's on the same page. Because, a looper out to the outfield, if it falls, Ross scores. He's got that kind of speed.
A little outside the zone there. 2-2 count now for Gruzner.
So those deuces are running wilder than Hulkamania.
Two count for Gruzner at the plate. Gruzner is going to step back, take a second. Here comes a 2-2 pitch, and that's a swing in the dirt. You try and get him at first, and they will, and that'll be the end of our third inning. Commodores lead the Coyotes through 3, 5-3.
Sportsmanship and citizenship.
That's game ball, coach. Eventually someone will get it.
Let's go, defense!
Checking his Snapchat.
Hey, don't get a whooping. It's not too, you ain't too old for one. It's not too old for a whooping, man.
We don't have to worry about interviews. We only, when it comes to postseason, we only do interviews when we broadcast the game. Only do interviews if you win and you win a championship, so regional championship.
Can you take me home?
Huh?
Can you take me home?
I think that's the plan.
So, is that still, yeah, it's still Smith. No subs yet. Welcome back to Eau Gallie High School. Top of the fourth here in this district semifinal game. Eau Gallie leading 5-3 through 3 innings. Leadoff batter for Cypress Creek is Braden Alexander. Alexander went 1 for 1 with a single in his first appearance. Here comes the first pitch for him. Swing and a strike there, 0-1.
Yeah, that single came through the legs of one Brandon Bragg. Coach letting him know, hey, he came to you last time. Let's get him.
A 1 count here for Alexander. Here comes the second pitch, tips it foul, and just like that, Braden Alexander is falling behind 0-2. Good start for Garrett Smith to the 4th inning. As we get past halfway, every pitch, every batter, everything matters for these two teams. As it's playoffs, so if you don't execute, could be the end of your season.
Everything gets magnified, especially when you get to this point of the game. And Garrett Smith stepping off, getting himself readjusted.
0-2 pitch, little high, 1-2 now for Alexander. No sweat for Smith. One-two pitch here, high. Crawling back in as Alexander, 2-2 count now. Two count for Braden Alexander. Lead off the 4th inning. Here comes, and a swing, and a strikeout swing in there to start the 4th inning for Alexander.
Beautiful pitch there by Smith.
Next up for the Coyotes is Ryan Belk. Belk started off with, he's 1 for 1 with an RBI double. So now the 1 out, none on, top of the 4th for Belk. Here comes the pitch. Go strike, 0-1 for Belk. Oh, 1 for Belk. Here comes the pitch, a little high, ties the count up, 1-1 for Ryan Belk. Again, started off with a RBI double in his first plate appearance. Here comes just on top of the zone, 2-1 now for Smith. Or Smith on the mound, 2-1 count for Belk. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss there, and a heater out of Garrett Smith. Ties the count up 2-2.
That was just, I'm going to blow this by you, and I dare you to catch up to it.
I think I might have heard a little contact, but it didn't even move. It just kept moving down the line. Straight ahead. 2-2 count now for Belk. Here comes a 2-2 pitch, and that's another strikeout swinging for Garrett Smith. And next batter is Arvind Lechana for the Coyotes. Lechana in his 1 appearance went 0 for 1. So here, first pitch, Lechana with good contact, lines out to first, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for Cypress Creek, and now heading to the bottom of the fourth. 5-3 still the lead for the Commodores.
Again, just a reminder, coming up tomorrow night over on right here on the Brevard Sports Network, Alan Slaughter-Zinski will have the big broadcast, the most anticipated rematch in Brevard County. The Vieira Hawks and the Melbourne Bulldogs from USSSA Stadium, and just nothing. It couldn't be almost a more fitting setting for that game to be played at tomorrow than USSSA Stadium. I mean, when you think of a lot of the major leaguers that have come through that facility, gorgeous stadium, that is going to be a packed house. I would heavily recommend you get there early. We're going to get there early to set up our production. That's going to be a packed game. If you cannot make it right here on the Brevard Sports Network, we will have that for you live. Alan Slaughter-Zinski will bring that one to you. That's a game that ever since the results came out from Monday night or Tuesday night, we knew that's going to be a big one.
Now as we get set for the bottom of the fourth to begin, Commodore still leading 5-3. Leadoff batter for the Commodores is Riley Jackson, and he's definitely had the most successful night at the plate thus far. Jackson 2 for 2 with an RBI double and a 1-run homer. So a home run double, 2 RBIs on the night, and 2 appearances for Jackson. First pitch for Jackson goes strike, bottom of the box, 0-1. 0-1 count now for Jackson.
Great job by our umpiring crew tonight.
Here comes second pitch, bottom of the box again, 0-2.
That one just caught the corner.
Try and see the softball scoreboard. It looks to be possibly 4-1, 6th inning.
Well.
And here comes the 0-2 pitch, makes it 1-2 now for Jackson. So Jackson looking at 1-2 count. No runners on. Good contact by Jackson. Out to second, and he can't keep the ball in his mitt. And that'll put Riley Jackson on at first, putting him 3 for 3 on the night. Next up is Brandon Bragg. He is 1 for 1 with a single and interference. Courtesy runner at first for the Commodores now. No outs, 1 on at first for Bragg. He's 1 for 1 again on the night with a single. That one high, checks his swing, 1-0.
All right, softball score. Eau Gallie and Auburndale. Auburndale has taken a 4-1 lead over the Lady Commodores in the top of the 6th.
Close call on the last one. Some could, another check swing there, 2-0. Some could call it an E6. It's a close one. He got in the mitt and kind of fumbled it and let him get on to first. So most likely go down as an E6 on that Riley Jackson single. Now courtesy runner in there for him.
So Jackson's now 3 for 3 is what you're telling me.
Yep.
I mean, what a night for him on a night when, again, you have, we sound like broken records, but half a dozen scouts in attendance.
That pitch low, now 2-1 for Bragg.
And again, when we say scouts, we don't mean college. We mean big leagues.
Major League Baseball.
We mean major payday.
Although they may not be specifically coming for any player. So put your name out there. That pitch slips through the catcher's mitt, and that'll advance the courtesy runner to second. 3-1 count now for Bragg. Again, Bragg 1 for 1 with a single and the interference in the last one, so he's gotten on base both times.
Bragg, this is where Bragg excels.
3-1 count. Runner on second. Petrie wants a meeting with Sanchez real quick. Make sure everything's in place again. 3-1. So you want to make sure.
Hitters count. You want to make sure he throws what you want him to throw. If he throws what you want, you take a good quality swing at it. If not, you ride the count full and you go to battle.
Here comes a 3-1 pitch. And that's low and a 4-1 walk for Bragg. So now Bragg's gotten on all 3 times for 3 different reasons. A single, interference, and a walk. Next up is Garrett Smith, the pitcher. Smith is 1 for 2 with a single.
Courtesy runner coming on for Bragg.
That is
number 2.
Is Elijah Circus. Yeah, Garrett Smith 1 for 2 with a single.
Well,
He's got runners on first and second.
He's got an opportunity to help his own cause here.
No outs. Not a lot to lose here. Checks the swing, still a strike. 0-1. For Smith, standing in. Here comes 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2 count. Smith has fallen behind. He's 1 for 2 on the night. That first appearance was a strikeout. Doesn't want to fall down to strikes again. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now advances to 1-2. Now as I peek through the trees, I see Auburndale has taken a 6-1 lead on the Lady Commodores.
Listen, that Auburndale team is good. That's the same Auburndale team that Bayside upset last year in order to advance to the Final Four.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Little high, 2-2. Good job fighting back for Garrett Smith. 2-2 count now for Garrett Smith. Here it comes, and a strikeout swinging. First out of the inning now for the Commodores. Next up, Daniel Snowden. Snowden got on base once with a walk. Here comes the pitch. Bottom of the box strike. 0-1 for Snowden.
Just at the knees.
1 out here. Bottom of the 4th. 2 on. Commodores leading 5-3. And that one right down the middle. 0-2 count now for Snowden with 2 courtesy runners on. Those courtesy runners, you know you got some good guys on base. 0-2 pitch. And that's an 0-3 strikeout swinging for Snowden.
That's one he'd like to have back. Joelvis Tejeda up to bat now for Commodores with 2 outs. Runners on first and second.
Jovis Tejeda. He is 1 for 2 with an RBI double. First pitch goes ball. 1-0 count for Tejeda. 2 runners on here, 2 outs. 1-0 count for Tejeda. Again, 1 for 2 with an RBI double. Now 1-1 count. Tejeda could pick up another RBI double here. Joelvis Tejeda, that ball low in the dirt. 2-1 count for Tejeda. Here comes the pitch. Low, and now a 3-1 count for Tejeda.
Hitters count.
Tejeda licking his lips right now, looking at that hitter's count.
Julie Stevens says, EG.
There's a good strike there. Puts the count full for Tejeda. Full count, 2 outs. This inning depends on this one. The fate of the inning. So here comes full count, 2 outs. And there, 3-3 strikeout from Petrie to end our inning. Still 5-3. That is the first inning. Eau Gallie has not notched a run in tonight's game. Eau Gallie still leads 5-3 as we advance to the 5th.
We like to, again, tonight's game is dedicated to future Eau Gallie baseball star Brody Conway and his baseball coach and grandfather, Rob Whitmer. Coach Whitmer is not feeling well, and we here at Brevard Sports Network want to wish him well and pray for a speedy recovery.
Auburndale has hopped out to a 9-1 lead now.
You know, and what a season it was for the Lady Commodores. Just got a chance to see him a couple times here on the Brevard Sports Network, and just a great job done by that coaching staff and that group of players. Listen, and the team, you know, you said it's 9-1. That's not a pushover team. That's the same young Auburndale crew that Bayside upset to advance to the Final Four last year. And, you know, the comment was made that was a young team and that's a good team. And you know what? They're showing it now. I'd like to welcome everyone here watching on the Brevard Sports Network. Just a phenomenal night for baseball. As Jackson said, I'll take this kind of night in May over 90 degrees, 90% humidity.
Or pouring rain.
Yeah, right.
Leadoff batter for the Coyotes in the top of the 5th. Ethan Petrie. Petrie 0 for 2 to start. First pitch high, 1-0. Both pitchers have played the whole game thus far.
You know, that's impressive there for Smith to battle the way he has tonight. And ultimately it saves arms because
big hit by Petrie. He's got a big arm now and going to bounce off the wall. And Petrie started at a measly 0-2. Notches a single there. And Petrie's a batter who you can see do or get big hits like that. That one off the wall, nearly out at left field again.
That's going to look impressive for the scouts.
Next up, Nick Sanchez. He's been walked and 0 for 1. So his first two at-bats a walk and I believe a fly out. Got a runner on first.
The
Runner on first, no outs here, top of the 5th. Looking to bunt there, that one goes foul, 0-1.
middle infield playing about halfway. They have Bragg on the front side edge of the grass, the infield grass.
Looking at Petrie there, trying to catch him. Still 0-1 count for Sanchez.
5-3 here, top of the 5th inning.
Gonna be tight to the end. That pitch tipped foul for Sanchez. He falls behind 0-2. It's now 0-2 for Sanchez.
Can Smith put him away right here?
Gonna look him at it first again. Just holding Petrie accountable. Oh, 2 pitch there, and that's an
Beautiful.
0-3 strikeout.
Beautiful job by Riley Jackson framing that one.
And that's how you do it. 0-3 strikeout there of Sanchez for the first out. Next up, Max Menendez. He's got a walk and an out, so 0 for 1 and a walk. For Menendez, runner on first, that's Petrie. One 0 count here for Menendez. Auburndale puts up another run. Over in softball.
So far 10-1 in the top of the 6th.
And foul tip there, 1-1 count for Menendez. Yeah, over in softball, it just seems like the bats are running wild here for Auburndale. In the 6th.
Melbourne softball has beat Harmony 6-0. Thank you.
One pitch. Menendez tips it foul there. Puts him behind 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch in the dirt. 2-2. And Petrie takes second base. Runner on second, 1 out here for Menendez. And a 2-2 count. Two count now for Menendez. Here comes the pitch, tipped foul by Menendez, keeps the count even 2-2. Smith wants a meeting with Jackson here before this pitch.
Count 2-2 with 1 out.
Menendez stands in at the plate for the Coyotes. Trailing by 2 runs here in the top of the 5th. Here comes a pitch in the dirt. Petrie stays at second.
Good job by Riley Jackson being a wall there.
I have it as a full count. Scoreboard says 2-2. Either way, 2 strikes for Menendez. Runner on second. Here comes the pitch. Menendez with good contact. Line, missing the dive. Petrie's going to take it home. And that will allow now a double for Menendez. So an RBI double for Menendez puts the score 5-4 Commodores.
I mean, solid contact just outside of the diving arms of the shortstop.
Next up is Seamus Gallagher. Gallagher 1 for 2 with a double. Runner on second. Seamus Gallagher at the plate.
Batter calls timeout. Step out, readjust the batting gloves.
Gallagher steps back in. Again, runner on second. That's Menendez. Here comes the pitch in the dirt. That'll be 1-0, and Menendez will take third. So now the runner on third now for the Coyotes. Commodores only leading by 1, so Coyotes in scoring position to tie.
That tying run is just 90 feet away. And Coach Collins.
Count stays 1-0 off the wild pitch.
Coach Collins making the pitching change. You know what? This is not a bad performance by Smith.
In comes David Morrissey to the plate for the Commodores.
We should have stats on him. Just give us a quick moment as we go and get his stats for you all.
Morrissey with a 1.56 ERA, 3-0 on the season.
3-0 as a starter and
in 6 appearances.
There we go.
Still the top of the fifth here, 1 out. Courtesy runner now on third for the Coyotes. It's number 17, Anthony Ortega.
Again, the winner of this game
Advances either play the 1 seed Lake Mineola or New Smyrna Beach, the 4 seed.
and that game will take place on if I can figure out how to read here.
The 16th, which is Sunday.
Really? Sunday?
Actually, no, that is the 18th. So that is next Tuesday at 7
right.
p.m. So yeah, that regional final game we played on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eau Gallie's in that position right now in the top of the fifth. 5-4. The Commodores lead, but Coyotes in scoring position with a runner on third with 1 out.
See, so theoretically, all arms would be available there for that regional championship, because that would be 5 days. The max you need, I believe, is 4 days rest. So.
So David Morrissey, the new pitcher for the Commodores here in the top of the fifth.
And all right, folks, we are back now. Again, coming up tomorrow night, Brevard County's most anticipated rematch between the Bulldogs and the Melbourne Bulldogs and the Viera Hawks, live from USSSA Stadium. That game will be right here on the Brevard Sports Network. Alan Slaughterzinski will have the call.
Seamus Gallagher stands in for the Coyotes, 1-0 count. Morrissey's first pitch is a ball, 2-0 count now for Gallagher. Count for Gallagher. Morrissey's pitch here, tipped foul by Gallagher, 2-1 count. Again, the courtesy runner on third, that is Ortega. Gallagher staring down 2-1. That one in the dirt, 3-1 count now for Gallagher. Infielders.
Infielders playing in. Playing just there in on the infield grass.
Three-one count for Gallagher in the dirt, and that'll be a 4-1 walk. Runners at the corners now for Cypress Creek. Next up is the DH, Everett Burgess.
Again, runners on the corners. The tying run is 90 feet away here in the fifth.
Burgess is 1-2 with a double and a strikeout. Runners at the corners. Good strike there by Morrissey. 0-1. One count for Burgess. Here comes high, 1-1. Count 1-1 for Everett Burgess. One count for Burgess. He can't check the swing in time. 1-2 count now for Burgess. One, two count for Burgess. Still only one out here. Top of the fifth. Commodores lead by 1. As Coyotes already brought one runner in this inning. And there's a good strikeout there by Morrissey. A 1-3 strikeout of Burgess.
Second out here.
Next up, Caden Quiet. Quiet had that one-run bomb there in the first inning. But Quiet definitely had a good start to this one. Runners to the corners, 2 outs, trailing by 1. Runner in scoring position at third. Here comes the pitch. Quiet sends it high. That one will drop, and another great play in foul territory by Christian Neal. And that retires the side. The Commodores still lead 5-4 here. And Christian Neal once again making a great play in the field, tracking that one down.
Great job to get out of the inning there. We head to the bottom of 5 with your score. Commodores 5, Coyotes 4. Plan on making the trip down to Fort Myers. Head on over to the FHSAA website for all information, dates, times of the championship games. It's a very beautiful website over at www.fhsaa.com. Again, that's www.fhsaa.com. Games will be the Final Four and state championship games. The Final Four games will be streamed on the NFHS network, the official online streaming partner of the FHSAA. State championship games will be streamed on Spectrum, the official television partner of the FHSAA.
And now, bottom of the fifth, leadoff batter, Christian Neal. He just made the play in the field. Neal 1 and 2 on the day with a double.
And a coach from Cypress Creek is having a conversation with one of the umpires.
So Neal again 1 for 2 on the night with a double. He's made a few good plays in the field, out in left field. Here, first pitch comes at the bottom of the box with a strike, 0-1. Here comes that one a little outside, 1-1. 1-1 for Neal. And Neal swings out a 1-2 count.
He as soon as he swung, he looked up like, I want that one back.
1-2 count for Neal. That one just outside, 2-2, good eye for Christian Neal. Here comes a 1-2 pitch, and that's a strikeout swinging for Neal. Next up is Josh Dexter. Dexter's 0 for 2 on the night. First pitch. 1-0 for Dexter. That one right down the middle, 1-1. Score is 5-4 Commodores, bottom of the 5th. And a good contact goes foul. 1-2 count now for Dexter.
Petrie kicks and fires.
And that pitch high and through the catcher's mitt. 2-2 count now for Dexter. Here comes a 2-2 pitch to Dexter. Contact down the third base line goes foul. He's staying alive at 2-2.
Come on, coach. Coach, you got to get lower on that one.
2-2 pitch. That'll be a 2-3 strikeout. And next up, it's back to the top of the order. Diamez Ross. He's 2 for 2 with a walk, 2 singles, and an RBI.
And we're going to see Petrie come out of the game.
So new pitcher here in the bottom of the 5th for the Coyotes is one of them.
Well,
one of them's got to be a pitcher. All right, that is number 21, I believe, which would be yeah, it looks like 21. That's Ryan Belk, who's been playing outfield, and they move him into pitcher. So we've seen Belk already play tonight at the plate. So
we'll get you the stats here on Belk.
Belk, he is 1-2 as a starter, 2.62 ERA, and 11 appearances.
All right, so I'd like to apologize to the sponsor for not reading the sheet till late in the game.
So here, bottom of the 5th, Ryan Belk. Belk takes the mound here for the Coyotes. 2 outs, and up comes Diamez Ross. He's got 2 singles, an RBI, and a walk. So Ross has gotten on every single appearance.
All right, so we're going to have to unplug the headset here and plug in our device to keep the device charging so we can bring you this game in its entirety. Here we go. Diamez Ross coming up to bat again, 2 for 2 with 2 singles and an RBI.
And a walk in his first appearance. So, again, Belk steps up to the mound for the first time here in the bottom of the 5th. 2 outs. And Ross stepping in. Belk trying to end the inning here. Good pitch and a bunt for Ross. Goes foul, 0-1. Oh, 1 count now for Ross off the foul bunt. So, 0-1 count for Ross. Here comes Belk's second pitch. 0-1 pitch comes in high. Inside, 1-1. Ross having to duck out of the way of that one. Seems like the softball game went final. Scoreboard is wiped clean.
10-1 Auburndale over the Lady Commodores.
Congratulations for Eau Gallie on the season. Congrats Auburndale on the victory. That one high, 2-1 for Ross. You hear train thundering in the background. 2-1 count. Good tip by Ross. Goes foul. 2-2 for Diamez Ross. I mean, for Belk, your first batter you're pitching on is Diamez Ross. That is a challenge, and he's doing well, sitting at 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuce is wild.
And that pitch goes high and through the catcher's mitt. Full count for Ross. Full count for Diamez Ross. Tipped foul. Count stays full.
Ross doing a good job battling, and can he extend the inning for the Commodores? Score is currently 5-4 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Commodores come off their first scoreless inning of the game, and the forwards trying not to make it back-to-back. Full count for Ross. High, and that'll be a 4-2 walk for Diamez Ross.
Number 27, Kyle Gruzner to the plate for the Commodores.
Kyle Gruzner to the plate for the Commodores. Trying to put on some more insurance runs. Currently it's only, again, 5-4 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Where's your battery?
Gruzner is 1 for 2 the double. The first pitch goes ball, 1-0 for Gruzner. Ross on first. Second pitch comes in, ball, 2-0 for Kyle Gruzner.
Let them know you're going to switch feeds in a minute.
Here comes the pitch. 3-0 count for Gruzner.
Folks, coming up here in a minute, we're going to end up switching feeds here, transferring over to a second device, so we can bring you this one in its entirety after the inning.
And that is going to be 3-1 count now for Gruzner. Diamez Ross on first, 2 outs. And Ross going to steal. And Ross will steal second. Ball goes out to center. Ross stays at second. And we got a full count now for Gruzner. Kyle Gruzner looking at full count with 2 outs. Got to get something here, whether it's a ball or a hit. If not, that will be the end of the 5th inning, as he's got Diamez Ross in scoring position at second. Here comes, and that'll be a strikeout there for Belk, and that'll end the 5th inning. 5-4, Commodores lead.
All right, let's see what we got here. All right, welcome back here. Alan Slaughter-Zinski, Jackson Robb, and Caleb Brown with you live from Commodore Stadium, where the Eau Gallie Commodores are in a battle here with Cypress Creek. And when you get to this time of the year, Jackson, any anything is possible. Why don't you go ahead and recap for us and tell us what's happened to this point?
It's been a battle the whole way. Eau Gallie started on the first inning, taking a 3-0 lead through 2. It was 4-2 Eau Gallie through 3, 5-3 Eau Gallie lead, and then now through the 5th, it's 5-4 as Cypress Creek is hanging in there. Now, it's been, 2 home runs, 1 apiece in this one. Riley Jackson been the most successful batter. He's 3 for 3 for the Commodores.
Who's got the home run for Eau Gallie?
Riley Jackson.
Riley with his 7th of the year. So he breaks the tie with Brandon Bragg. And stepping up now for is Braden Alexander. Okay, number 9, not number 7. And Braden will take a strike. Who we got on the hill right now for Eau Gallie?
That is David Morrissey.
David Morrissey on the bump. And Alexander looks at strike 1 from Caden Morrissey.
Morrissey got put in the top of the 5th.
That'll be high and outside for a ball. You know, the funny thing about these is that you never know how long these games are going to go. The Melbourne softball game, 19 strikeouts in that one, over in an hour and 35 minutes, 40 minutes. The lefty.
Alexander's 1-2 on the night with a single and a strikeout.
All right, go ahead.
2-1 count now for Alexander. At the plate, Morrissey staring him down from the mound again. He got put in at the top of the 5th, so now 1 inning into his tenure on the mound. Braden Alexander, that pitch high. 3-1 now for Alexander. Hitters count. Again, Alexander 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. Alexander is the left fielder for the Coyotes. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from Morrissey.
Nice squeeze by Riley there.
Tipped for a strike. Full count now for Braden Alexander. And here comes the full count pitch.
Yes!
And there's the strikeout.
Nice punch out by Morrissey there. That was a beautifully spotted pitch. Caught the outside corner, and the home plate umpire punches him up for out number 1.
First out of the 6th. Next batter up is Ryan Belk, who went from outfield to pitcher in the last inning. Belk is 1 for 2 with a double and RBI double and a strikeout. That one goes ball 1-0.
Yeah, I don't know where that missed. Not sure.
1-0 for Belk. Second pitch high and away, 2-0.
So the Melbourne Bulldogs softball team gets a win tonight. So they win 6-0. And they advance to the regional semifinals. I'm not sure about Viera and Seminole Ridge.
Eau Gallie girls fell tonight.
Yeah, first question I asked, they were up, weren't they?
1-0 and then 10-1.
Pull that up a little high.
That foul tip puts the count at 2-1.
They lost 10-1? Wow, okay. That's a good softball program over there at Auburndale.
2-1 count for Belk. That one low in the dirt. 3-1 hitters count once again for the Coyotes. But last time, Morrissey battled back for the strikeout. Let's see if he can do it again here at 3-1. Belk with an RBI double and a strikeout through 2 plate appearances. Here comes the pitch. Low, and that's a 4-1 walk for Belk. Now Belk on first, 1 out. Next batter is Arvind Lechana. Lechana is 0 for 1 on the night. He started 0 for 1.
This is a typical regional semifinal nail biter right here between these two.
Either team giving an inch.
Nope. And at this point in time in these tournaments, you just throw the seeds out.
Here comes the pitch right down the middle. 0-1 start for Lechana. Lechana at the bottom of the order for the Coyotes. Here comes 0-1 pitch, bouncing. It's
What?
a bouncer, 1-1.
What a job by Riley Jackson behind the plate. 'Cause let me tell you something, and I've said this 1,000 times throughout the course of the year. The hardest thing for a catcher to do when that ball bounces that far out in front of the plate is not to turn from side to side, and that is to get your it's all timing and footwork to keep your body in front of that. And Jackson does a great job at it.
1-1. There's good contact by Lechana. The second it bounces over, and that'll be a single for Lechana.
Joe Elvis Tejada with a crack at it, but that ball was hit pretty hard up the middle there. So first and second for Cypress Creek here, and the Bulldogs in a little bit of trouble in the top of the sixth.
Next up for the Coyotes is the South Carolina commit, Ethan Petrie.
Did I say the Bulldogs? I meant the Commodores.
Petrie is 1 for 3 on the night with a single. A lot of those pro scouts here rumored to be here to see Petrie. Again, 1 for 3 on the night from the plate with a single. Runner on first and second.
So this is their guy, huh?
South Carolina commit, I believe half a dozen MLB scouts here.
I think Caleb was telling me a little earlier he talked to a Rocky scout, Colorado Rocky scout, right?
Here comes first pitch in the dirt, 1-0.
I was going to say, not knowing anything about this young man, watching him walk up to the plate, to me, he just looked like a baseball player. You know what I mean?
He's a pitcher, and he has their best batting average at 485.
That's not more than Diames Ross.
Diames with a 544 average. 1-0 count for Petrie. That one just below the zone, 2-0.
He's got that build. He's tall and lean. He's got the reach with the bat. He's a pitcher, he said, right?
Yep.
A lot like Trey Wheeler out of Melbourne, who's a South Carolina commit too.
South Carolina looking down here in Florida.
Yeah, where are the Gators?
We got the Knowles looking at Riley Jackson behind the plate.
Yeah,
FSU commit.
Yeah, him, and then of course Diames Ross is already committed to FSU, and I think here the conversation is undoubtedly, it's 2-0. It's his count now. He owns it. So knowing that he's batting 485, I don't know if I'd like the home plate umpire standing behind me, but knowing that it's his count now, I don't think you can give him anything to hit. I think and here's the thing, it's a catch-22, because now you're in a sticky situation on trying to locate a pitch, and if you miss.
2 on, 1 out, top of the sixth. Commodores lead by 1. You don't want to let up any more runs. So here comes a 2-0 pitch in the dirt. 3-0 count now for Petrie.
I just point to first base now and put him on. I don't even try to battle back here.
That would put the bases loaded.
Yeah, and out at any base, an opportunity for a double play.
And there's the intentional walk for.
Yeah, that's a great play right there.
Bases are loaded now with only 1 out here, top of the sixth. That'll bring up Nick Sanchez.
Oh, nah, sorry, Jan, that's not going to happen.
0 for 2 with a strikeout and a walk. On the night, catcher Sanchez steps in. Bases are loaded for him. They trail by 1. Cypress Creek trailing 5-4, top of the sixth. That one low in the dirt, 1-0.
Now you got to throw strikes, and you got a decent fielding team behind you. Bragg, Tejada, Gruzner, and I think Wright's over at first.
We've seen some great plays also in the outfield, mostly by Christian Neal. He made a diving grab out in left field, so your outfielders also have Diames Ross Outfielders got some.
Yeah, just throw strikes and
That
yeah.
one high, 2-0.
You might see Ryan Houston come out here, take a talk to him, and I wouldn't be surprised. And here comes, in fact, here comes Ryan Houston, the pitching coach for the Eau Gallie Commodores. And Ryan, with some major league experience, certainly has been in these, and a Florida native as well, has been in this situation plenty of times throughout his high school and pro career. But now it's 2-0 with the bases juiced, so what do you do here?
Morrissey's just got to find the strike zone. And
You got to throw strikes and hope your defense can make a play behind you. Absolutely right, Caleb. Absolutely right.
he,
Scout that I happened to be talking to prior to the game, he said the last time he was here, back when Prince Fielder was here on the field.
Okay, all right. So Caleb was talking to an MLB scout and said the last time he was here, Prince Fielder was here playing for the Eau Gallie Commodores. All right, so the meeting of the minds at the mound is over. Back to Jackson Robb.
2-0 count now for Nick Sanchez at the plate. Bases are loaded for the Coyotes. They trail by 1. Morrissey's pitch finds the strike zone there. 2-1. Right down the middle. And that's what he's been needing to do, and he converts there. 2-1. The count now for Sanchez.
Just one out.
2-1. That one right back in the strike zone. 2-2. Here comes Morrissey fighting back.
I don't know what Ryan Houston said to him, but
Morrissey
Pitchers
now
can-
with a chance to put him away.
pitchers can wear earpieces. They ought to put one in Morrissey and have Houston talking to him.
David Morrissey on the mound. 2-2 count for Nick Sanchez at the plate. Sanchez makes contact down the first base line. It goes foul.
That's okay.
Keeps the count 2-2.
I think you've thrown him 3 straight fastballs now. I think you absolutely have to take something off of this next pitch.
I think if Morrissey finds his groove, they could be in good shape. 2-2 count for Sanchez. Here it comes.
There it is.
And a swing. Strikeout swinging. A 2-3 strikeout.
What a curveball from Morrissey. Throws him 3 straight fastballs and then pulls the string for the second out.
Max Menendez up next. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI double and a walk.
He looks like a ball player, too.
Menendez, bases are loaded, 2 outs. Morrissey and the field, can they hold him off here and prevent a loaded bases run? First pitch there goes strike, 0-1.
Nice looking curveball to start him off, and that strike 3 curveball has given him the confidence to start the next hitter off with that pitch. Great pitch from Morrissey.
0-1 count for Menendez. Base is still loaded for the Coyotes. He tips it foul, 0-2. Menendez has fallen behind. Morrissey starting to find himself here.
What do you throw him here, Jackson? Do you throw him another fastball? You waste this, or do you throw him a curveball?
I would try and find something that sinks to the bottom of the zone, try and get him to swing at it. So
He does.
possibly a waste, that's what he does, and it is. Stays the count 0-2 with the foul tip.
Now I think you come inside on him, right around the inside middle portion of the plate with a fastball. He's got a. This is a tall batter. Try to jam him up a little bit. Don't let him get his arms extended.
Here it comes.
Oh, he got
and
him!
there he gets him, strikeout swinging. An 0-3 strikeout, and Morrissey survives the bases loaded to send us to the bottom of the 6th. Commodores hold the 5-4 lead.
Did you see the reaction from catcher Riley Jackson? It was like they just won the state championship game. What a battle from Morrissey to get those final 2 outs.
To the bottom of the 6th we come. And Commodores lead. Now got a chance here to put up a few more security runs into the 7th. What a regional semifinal game we have here. Don't go anywhere.
What a game, huh? Tough night last night in Brevard County. We started off well Tuesday night. 3-1 we went Tuesday night. Baseball teams, everybody won. Unfortunately, Rockley's didn't get the win. But last night, high hopes and expectations coming in, and we went 2-7 between softball and baseball combined. What a gut-wrenching loss for the Merritt Island Mustangs last night. And just God bless them. Key Day out of 2A, and what's the young sophomore pitcher's name? Nick Wimberly. What a great job, and it just wasn't meant to be last night. And so Craig Bailey, the best photographer in Brevard County's here. I want to say congratulations to the Cocoa Girls 4x100 relay team. They win a state championship tonight and break a school record in the process.
They went sub 4-6 or sub 46.
Yep, broke another school record. All right, Riley Jackson will lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th. And here to tell you about Riley Jackson is Jackson Robb. From one Jackson to another.
And Riley, he's the only 3-for-3 batter on the night. He has a 1-run homer, an RBI double, and a single. He's 3-for-3 stepping in. So, bottom of the 6th, Commodores lead 5-4. Here comes first pitch, bouncer, and a ball. 1-0 count now for Jackson.
I tell you, the thing that how big that is, it felt like to me as I was watching the game from over there over top the fence that Cypress Creek had taken the momentum from Eau Gallie. That inning, getting out of that, completely changes that.
Morrissey got his confidence on the plate. Here comes the second pitch right down the middle, 1-1 count.
Bobby Collins, 436 career wins over at third base.
1-1 count, high, 2-1 now for Jackson.
And Ryan Houston, who I got to ask Coach what he said to Morrissey after the game tonight, because he bounced back big time.
Here comes the 2-1 pitch, 3-1 now for Riley Jackson. That's hitter's count. And with the Jackson tonight he's had at the plate, that is not a good thing to see if you are Belk. Belk got subbed in at the bottom of the 5th. Here comes foul tip there. Full count now for Riley Jackson. Full count for Riley Jackson. 3-for-3 on the night.
Folks, you don't have to keep asking for the score. We'll give it. And it's posted in the comments section. So just to save you trouble of having the type of comment in.
5-4 Eau Gallie lead, bottom of the 6th. Here comes a full count. Tip. Back behind, count still full.
Commodores clinging to a 1-run, 5-4 lead.
Typical regional semifinal action or fashion. Keeping it close. Again, the winner. That pitch low, and there's a walk.
Lead-off walk.
A 4-2 walk for Riley Jackson.
Here comes my guy, Brandon Bragg.
Brandon Bragg tonight 1-for-3 with a double and a strikeout.
You know, I love to give the stats. I always like to give you tell you guys, in baseball in general, when the leadoff guy gets on with nobody out, he's got about a 65% chance of scoring. So Commodores could certainly use this insurance run.
So, yeah, no outs, one on at first for the Commodores. Bragg stares that one down, strike 0-1.
Mandy Goodale. Yep, there she is. I knew she'd be on. Hello, Mandy. Mandy was flipping back and forth between this and the Melbourne softball game. Loyal supporter of Brevard Sports Network. Thank you, Mandy.
That
Nice
pitch comes,
bunt.
good bunt by Bragg. And the pitcher can't handle it. They'll get Bragg out at first, but that's a sacrifice bunt, moving Jackson to second.
Let me tell you what that is. That is a middle of the lineup, power hitting third baseman that turned. Now, it wasn't the greatest bunt, but what you need to know is that is called unselfish baseball right there. That is giving yourself up to sacrifice the runner. That is consummate team play, and that is exactly what Brandon Bragg just did. Eau Gallie fell 10-1 in the softball game. One out here. Garrett Smith, the power hitting first baseman, up. And you know, Jackson, it's really a luxury that Bobby Collins has in terms of the lineup. You got a power hitting first baseman, a power hitting third baseman, and a power hitting catcher as well.
Yeah, I mean, definitely for Eau Gallie, a strength there. That pitch goes a little high, 2-0.
It was a heck of a game. It was 1-0 through 4. That softball game, and then Auburndale exploded for 10.
2-0 count for Garrett Smith. He was the pitcher through 5. That pitch goes high. Now 3-0 for Smith.
Straight hitters count now.
Smith is 1 for 3 with a single and a strikeout.
And they're going to intentionally walk him, and I think it's a good move. Why try to battle back? This is high school baseball. Inevitably, you're not going to locate your pitches for 3 straight strikes. You're going to miss. You miss over. A guy like Smith puts it over the fence. He's got 4 or 5 home runs this year. I believe this is Kyle Gruzner. Or Daniel Snowden, I'm sorry. Snowden with a big game in the regional, in that regional quarterfinal matchup. Snowden with 3 hits and some RBIs in that one.
Here comes the first pitch for Snowden. Ball there, 1-0. Snowden runners on first and second, only 1 out. They lead by 1, but some security runs wouldn't hurt. Here comes second pitch, 2-0 now for Snowden.
And he's lost the strike zone. He has now thrown 6 straight balls, 1 intentional, but still 6 straight.
Here comes that one. He finds the zone. 2-1 count.
I jinxed Eau Gallie on that one.
2-1 count for Snowden. And
Oof.
Snowden is swinging and miss there. 2-2 count. Good job battling back for Belk.
These guys, the way they run in and out of that bullpen down there.
So here comes the 2-2. 2-2 pitch from Belk. Tipped up foul.
I don't think he had any choice but to swing it that way. That was coming high and tight. That was just a protection swing there.
Keeps the count at 2-2. So here comes a 2-2 pitch high. Full count now for.
There's a pinch runner at second. That's Hunter Leach. So Hunter Leach has come on to run at second for Riley.
Here comes a full count.
See if the runners go here. They stay.
Full count, good hit, crushed down the third base line. It sails foul.
Wow.
The count stays full for Daniel Snowden.
Man, he says, Alan, what's next? I think a cold, refreshing adult Pepsi, and start all over tomorrow. We've got one whale of a game tomorrow.
Full count,
here.
tipped
Tomorrow,
foul.
You may want to come up tomorrow. Tomorrow, we got Vieira and Melbourne in the regional semifinals. That is going to be quite a battle. We'll have that for you here on Brevard Sports Network.
Here comes another full count pitch for Snowden, and that one, no contact made. That's a 3-3 strikeout. Next up, Joelvis Tejeda. Tejada.
He says Tejada, we say Tejada.
Tejada is 1 for 3 with a RBI double and a strikeout. First pitch goes strike, 0-1 for Tejada.
It is amazing to me how quickly they look out of sync on the bump, throw 6, 7 straight balls, and all of a sudden they're back in the zone again.
And good contact there for Tejada, goes foul. 0-2. They've sent a few into the parking lot.
And from the sounds of the crowd, it hit something.
Well, it wasn't us because we're parked up against the fence.
0-2 count for Tejada, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Good contact by Tejada, grabbed by the pitcher, and that will end our 6th inning. We're heading to the top of the 7th. Commodores lead it 5-4. This might be the last chance for Cypress Creek.
All right, tonight's game, once again, is dedicated to the future Eau Gallie star, Brody Conway. His baseball coach and his grandfather, Rob Whitmire. Coach Whitmire, really not feeling well and in bad health, and we here at Brevard Sports Network want to wish him well and pray for recovery and send our thoughts and prayers to the entire Conway family there. So get better, Mr. Whitmire, as the Commodores come out and look to close this out and advance for the 2nd consecutive year and 3rd out of the 3 times out of the last 5 to the regional finals. You'll remember last year, thanks to a South Florida judge, we were supposed to go play in the regional finals. Archbishop McCarthy used a pitcher who had an illegal pitch count, the Florida High School Athletic Association ruled. Archbishop McCarthy appealed it to a court. And when you get a judge, you got that? When you get a judge in your neck of the woods to make the ruling, as Archbishop McCarthy did, he granted an injunction and forced the game between Eau Gallie and Archbishop McCarthy, as Eau Gallie was getting set to play a Final Four 5 days later. They were then forced to hop on a bus and go down to South Florida and play Archbishop McCarthy. And as much as I love the Commodores and Brevard County baseball, they just weren't ready to go. And I don't know a lot of high school teams that would be. It was a devastating ruling. So Eau Gallie would love nothing more than to hook up with one of those guys down south in the regional finals.
Next up, they would either have Lake Mineola or New Smyrna Beach.
Oh, that would be in the Final Four then. We get them.
So here comes the top of the 7th. Last chance for Cypress Creek. Is not out of reach, not even close. It's a 1-run game, 5-4. Leadoff batter is Seamus Gallagher. And Gallagher bounces that one
Tough
to
play.
3rd. Great grab, going to 1st, and
Oh,
they get him
what a
out.
pick.
What a play.
What a pick!
Bragg. That is a 5-3.
3. Let me tell you something. The Bragg with a great throw, but the Denonette web gem is Garrett Smith's pick. What a job by the first baseman to pick that one. Great play by Brandon to get it over. 1 out.
1 out, top of the 7th. Again, this could be it for Cypress Creek. Up next, Everett Burgess. Here comes Burgess, makes contact. Right back into Jackson's mid 0-1.
I mean, and he awkwardly threw. I mean, great job by Brandon Bragg.
0-1, that one high, 1-1 count.
Block and then delete.
1-1 count for Burgess, the DH. That one low. They say he checked it, 2-1.
I don't know about that one. I mean, you got 3 umpires here that got down the first base line. He swung at that. I can tell you that from here.
2-1 count for Everett Burgess standing in. One out. Burgess swings, 2-2 count. And this one is heating up. Could a second out be looming for the Coyotes? Two-two pitch in the dirt, full count now for Everett Burgess.
Throw him a strike here. Just throw him a strike. You guys can field it behind. If you're David Morrissey, just throw him a strike. Fastball. Cypress Creek up on the railing. Pitch.
Full count and a 3-3 strikeout by Morrissey. 2 outs, top of the 7th.
One more to go here for the Commodores.
Commodores could be 1 out away from a trip to the regional finals to be one of. So possibly the last chance batter, Caden Quiet. He has a 1-run home run in this game. So he's a good batter for the Coyotes to see with the home run out to left field in his first at-bat. First pitch in the dirt, 1-0.
A look at the Commodores dugout.
1-0 count for Quiet. Here comes contact by Quiet down the third base line.
Foul ball. Foul ball.
It goes foul.
Brandon Bragg made sure that was going foul. That ball went behind the bag. Coach said, go get it.
Bragg made a heck of an effort to make the game-winning grab. Still sends it foul, 1-1 count.
There's a look at Coach Bobby Collins, 436 career wins. 437 means a trip to the regional finals.
1-1 count for Quiet. Again, as I said, he has a 1-run home run in this game. He's got the power necessary. Here it comes. Big hit by Quiet. That one will sail. Trying to get it.
Out.
And it will.
He got
That's
it.
the out.
That's it.
And the Eau Gallie Commodores are going to the regional finals. A 5-4 victory in the Commodores.
I can't hear you. What a play by Eau Gallie there. As you see the celebration by the Commodores. And for the second consecutive year, the Eau Gallie Commodores advance to the regional finals. New Smyrna Beach has upset Lake Minneola, and the Commodores will host the regional finals. What a game between these two teams tonight. So the Commodores will host the regional championship coming up this week as Lake Minneola goes down, and it works out in Eau Gallie's favor anyway. I thought they were robbed of a 1 seed. They get it anyway. Riley Jackson with a big home run tonight. So that'll do it from Commodore Field as the Eau Gallie Commodores pick up the 5-4 win. And their next stop for the second consecutive year and third time in the last 5 years will be the regional championship game. For Jackson Robb, for Caleb Brown, And get well, Rob Whitmire. I'm Alan Slaughterzinski for the Brevard Sports Network.